Alright, hey guys, we're here doing another vlog update. It's been a couple of weeks since my last one, and I'm actually pretty stoked about what's been going on behind the scenes here. In my last video, I told you guys I wanted to do more videos for the community, and in a nutshell, that same day when I left to do the shoot, I was going by a farm. I don't want to get into a lot of details on this one because we're still working on it. I still have to figure it out, and there's a chance it may not actually get done because there's a lot on their plate. But anyway, there's a new farm. It's like a petting zoo, and I think it'd be really cool to go in there and just basically do like a little, 2-minute commercial, if you will, for something they can throw on their Facebook, right? But we've had a lot of smoke in Kelowna in the last, all of August for the most part. So I think that's also put a dampener on some of the projects outside. So anyways, that is something I'm still looking into. But I got 2 other videos done. One of them is a music video. And you can check this one out on Facebook on my page. I'll try to show you how to get there if you're not familiar with that. And in a nutshell, this was a really interesting learning experience because I was working with other people for the first time that had no experience with the whole video production side of things. So I will admit, when I was done the shoot, I wasn't confident with what I had. I thought we were going to have to essentially redo the whole thing and basically do it again. And because they don't have that confidence, I really thought that that wasn't going to be likely. And I don't know. Anyway, long story short, with some really creative editing, I actually was able to pull that out. And we did a really good job. It really came together. We're all very stoked about it. So yeah, check that out on Facebook. And then there's the second video that I got done was with Kelly. Now he's representing a group called Fair Vote BC, and essentially what that is a referendum in BC about how we vote. I will go into this more in detail in some other future videos. So this referendum essentially changes the way that people vote. So before it was essentially whoever gets the most votes wins. But that doesn't necessarily mean that that's what people want. And again, details for another video. So in the new system that we're trying to propose is, I'll have to leave this for another video because I'm trying to explain it. I don't want to explain it in this video, but I'm doing videos for that. So anyway, this was more of a sponsorship type, like a donation charity type. What's the word that I'm looking for? We're looking for fundraising. Yes, so it was a fundraising video for getting some lawn signs for them. So Kelly comes up to me and is like, "Hey, why not?" And I was like, "Why not?" And let's. So anyway, one of the problems that I had with that video, actually, let me talk about the pros. Working with Kelly was actually great. He's a smart guy, and he, like, compared to working with some other people, he actually took notes on what I was saying. So when we sat down to talk about the video, he actually took that as and he came out with a solid script. We were able to work on it. There's really good job. So if you're watching this, kudos. But this is where I felt a little bit short, if you will. My audio isn't perfect in that video, and so I'm a little bit embarrassed about that to a point. Like so I have a solution coming for that. So hopefully that won't be a future problem, and that solution will also solve other problems. And I look forward to being able to have that. But yeah, audio. It's so easy to get focused on the lens aspects of photography and videography because it's I don't know, more interesting to see. I'm a visual guy more than your guy, but anyway, audio issues. So that'll be a future, or that is a past problem that I should have solved, but you'll see that in the future. Excuse me. Let's hear. What else am I trying to think here? So with that said, the referendum voting date is on October 22nd. And we have we've got about 4 projects that we're kind of in the process of brainstorming on. And I'm pretty excited for these projects because, let me just sort of briefly get into it. The first one is going to be a really fun video. This is the one that I think I'm most looking forward to do because it's going to push a lot of my abilities. what I have in mind, it's going to be a fun video, so it should be something that'll, you know, a lot of views, if you will. But it's going to be shot possibly in 6 different locations, and it's going to need a small budget. So I'm probably going to have to exercise getting a sponsor for that video. And it'll be a small budget, but it'll be like the first time I'm going to be asking for money to do a project. So that'll be an interesting thing. But I think the idea behind it, anyway, we'll see how that works out. The second one there's a lot that I need to learn about how the politics work, how the details of all this system, because I want to make sure that I'm doing my due diligence in this. So we're going to do a myth debunking mini-series. So when we have like a myth or something that we hear or see, and he's already got a little bit of a laundry list of things to point, so that'll be awesome. And we're just going to feed these out into Facebook, and I'll learn through that process. A third video idea that Kelly wants to work on, and I will admit that I like the idea, but I'm not seeing enough of a story to make it interesting enough for me. But he seems to have a little more up in mind. So when he's ready to really, you know, show me what he has in mind for that, we'll do it. I'll do it, but we'll see where that goes. I can't really comment on it other than I'm still. You know. So, and the fourth one, and this one would be a bigger one. This would be something that will probably take the better part of the next 2 months to put together. And this is something probably that will be more on my part. I mean, obviously, if Kelly wants to help out, or anybody else that I meet that wants to help out, I'm certainly going to take any help that I can. And this would be basically like I don't want to push 20 minutes, but it'll be a longer sort of video that'll cover a lot more of the aspects of the referendum, how it's like the history of you know, our voting system, and you know, just a little more details, because I'm a detail guy. I'm a factual guy. I need to know. Ignorance is not bliss in my books. So, you know, that's a 2-month project, and depending on how that goes, we'll see. So, anyway, before I start rambling off into random directions, I think that's it for this video. So yeah, check out my Facebook page, because most of my content in the last 6 months has probably been on Facebook. So if you're seeing my YouTube page slow down a little bit, it's just because I'm sort of dividing my attention. So check out my Facebook page as well. And other than that, have yourself a good day, and we'll see you around.